Stage. Make some noise. Yes, yes. Y'all feeling good? Wonderful. Y'all feeling good? You're looking good. I can see you. I see some, some updos. I see some African prints. Okay, y'all look good. I know I'm feeling good. My name is Alexa Patrick, and I'm the host and curator of Second Wind Poetry. I'm just super excited to be here with you all and to be here with like all these dope artists that are behind me right now. Make some noise. So for those of you who might not be familiar, I want to give some context to what second wind actually is. So second wind is a phenomenon in which athletes experience a new burst of energy after once being exhausted. So this could be like a marathon runner, and maybe they're running a marathon, and around mile 13, they're like, hey, yo, I'm tired, my joints hurt, why did I do this? Right? And then maybe around like mile 19, the adrenaline starts pumping again, their joints stop hurting, and they feel more encouraged to finish this race. And so as a runner myself, I've been thinking about second wind, the phenomenon in the context of what's happening right now, how we've been doing just as people, as humanity. And I don't know if y'all know this, but like we too have been kind of running a marathon, y'all. You know what I mean? It's been hard out here. We've been exhausted emotionally and creatively and all the leaves. I know there are a few times when, in the past few years when I've just been like, hey, yo, I'm tired. My joints hurt. Why did I do this? And so, I think that we are in need of a second wind. We are in need of a kind of revival. And what better way to do that than with like the arts and with poetry? Does that sound good? Say word. Word. So if there is anything that I want you all to leave with when you leave this event, it is with feeling revived. Can y'all say revived? Can y'all say revived again? Can y'all like turn to a neighbor and say, neighbor, you're gonna be revived? I want you to turn to another neighbor and say, other neighbor, you about to be revived? Okay, good. Good, I'm already feeling a little bit more energized. This is great. And so it wouldn't be a revival really without honoring where we've been and honoring where we currently are. And so first, I'd actually like to offer a land acknowledgement. We remember and honor that we are broadcasting from the unceded home of the Piscataway and near the homes of the Powhatan, Pamunkey, Chickahominy, Monacan, and other Native nations. We remember that this nation is made from looted land and constructed with looted labor. We remember that Black people built this imperial capital and that Black people are still leading struggles for liberation to this very day. It feels appropriate to host the first of hopefully a series of readings like this as we end Black History Month and enter Women's History Month. Even though these are these are folks who we hopefully celebrate and uplift all year round. Word? Word. But this is still a time when we're being really intentional with celebrating voices that are too often put at the margins, even though they've contributed so much to our culture. But I find that like in times like this, in these in-between spaces, in the cusps of things, there's a lot of energy to be like mined, right? I feel like March 1st is its own kind of synapse, right? There's a lot of possibility firing in there. And so it feels good to host this March 1st right now with you all. It also makes sense that our feature for this evening, yeah, you can snap. I hear some snap. We can snap and like make a little. Our feature for this evening is someone who not only exists at, but holds space for and celebrates those kinds of intersections and the energies within those intersections. So can we all just kind of give it up for our feature for this evening's event, author of Black Girl Magic and Chrome Valley and like all these other dope books, the one and only Mahogany L. Brown? Yeah. Yeah. If you don't know, you better find out. I'm gonna let you know that right now. Word. So with that, if we're making sure that, we are really taking advantage of the possibility that is in this space, that you all feel revived, say revived. It's important that I make sure you know what this event is and what it is not, okay? This is not gonna be the kind of poetry event where you just like stare at the person on the stage, just kind of blankly, and then you're like, oh yeah, that's nice. And then you do a little golf clap at the end, and then you, yeah. That's not what this is gonna be, okay? We're not gonna do that. Can you say, we're not gonna do that? We're not going to do that, right? Because this is a revival. This is going to be a space where you are going to be able to and encouraged to show energy to the folks who are on stage. Listen, these are folks who I know. These are poets who are dope. They deserve your energy. They deserve your love. So you should show that love with abandon. If that sounds good, say word. Now, a question for you all. Who has been to an open mic before? It's okay, don't be shy. Raise your hand. Okay. So y'all are gonna be my star students. Okay, so when you are at an open mic and someone, spits a line, it's hot fire, you're like, whoa, that was Nutter Butters, that was great. What do you do to show love to the person? Nutter Butters. Listen. I'm from Connecticut. This is just what I do. I don't know. So it's Nutter Butters. What do you do to show love to a person who is behind the mic? What can you do? Okay, and I'm hearing some snaps. Can we first snap? Let's see. You could snap. Yes, some snaps. It sounds like rain. That's beautiful. You can make the chocolate suck on the roof of your mouth noise. That sounds like, Can I hear, Okay. You could say, go win, poet. Say, go win, poet. Or if you are feeling particularly holy, regardless of your religious affiliation or denomination, you could take the word she. You could take the word Jesus. You can smush them together, and that sounds like Jesus. Can I please hear that? Jesus. One more time, Jesus. Okay, all right, okay. Let's see. We'll see how you do with the last one. This is pretty good. This is what I got from my days working with the DCU Slam team. Shaka Zoo, 3 stars. Hey, okay. This is what they did when they felt something so deeply that they could not create sound, okay? They did something that was called the awkward draft, and that looks like this. Okay, so I'm going to count to 3. I know it's going to look silly, but that's okay. We're going to be silly together. And we are going to do some awkward drafts, okay? 1, 2, 3. Y'all are so dramatic, and I love it. Okay, so do you feel like you have some ways to show love to the poets on stage? Say word. Okay, I want to believe you, but I want to test you first. So I'm going to spit a line. I'm going to warn you, it's going to be hot fire. It's going to be straight from the dome. I don't know what I'm going to say. Okay? And you all are going to react to me as if what I said is, like, bonkers, even though, like, it's going to be bonkers, but, like, Sound good? Okay, cool. I'm going to do a line. It's going to be hot fire. How much would coulda? Woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck. Y'all ain't ready. Wood. Thank you so much. That just came to me. I don't know. I just thought of it, and I was like, I think this is going to be good. Okay, y'all feeling good? Say word. Y'all feeling good? Say yeah. Y'all ready for your first poet? Say first poet. All right, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to read his bio. And then also, because I was feeling a little zany today, I asked each of the poets about to touch stage a fun question of the day. And so then after I read their bio, I'm going to read his answer to the fun question of the day. Okay? Okay, cool. So, Dwayne Lawson-Brown, a.k.a. the Crochet Kingpin, is a homegrown DC native, poet, activist, playwright, and fashion designer. Say, okay, accolades. Dwayne is one of the hosts of DC's longest running open mic series, Spit Dat, Lions and Tigers and Bears, as well as a member of the Busboys and Poets hosting team for the 450K location. Dwayne has performed nationally and internationally, but most important, Dwayne invites audiences to feel. You can find him on Twitter, or find his Twitter or IG at Crochet Kingpin, or through his website, crochetkingpin.com. When I asked Dwayne if Beyonce were coming to dinner, what he would cook her, he said he would cook her a pumpkin praline trifle, a little dessert for dinner situation. Okay, so I need you to clap so hard that all the chandeliers in the Kennedy Center shake for Dwayne B.
She be the light when they in the dark morning.
Bless up, family. How y'all feeling tonight? That's what's up. Love to Alexa. Y'all show some love to Alexa. Organize, put this whole thing together. It's beautiful. This is beautiful. Super excited for Mahogany's set too. Oh, just yeah. Anyway, I won't dilly-dally. I have a plan. Have a plan. Every day. Know what you're doing and when. Always ask why. Acknowledge that you are a superstar. Remember that. When sunlight hits closed eyelids, it's go time. No more 5-minute delays. The show must go on. Even though the world woke up with amnesia, they went to bed with your name on their breath. Remind them subtly. Be a whisper in idle ears. You miss me. You pine for this feeling. You want that static shock touch just one more time. Master that sentiment in awkward glances and shoot them at the bored spectators of life. Have a plan. Follow it. Create every day. Slow churn your way to mastery. You're one step away from stumbling upon success. You're one stutter away from failure. Practice being as amazing as you are when you're alone. Your shower becomes your bedroom, becomes your living room, becomes your living. Don't stop living. Death knows the taste of success very well. Enjoys it fresh and ripe. Don't spoil your spoils on wilting roses and fond obituaries. Have a plan. Refer to it often. Make checklists that keep you on track. Train yourself to be more yourself daily. Don't buy, invest. When stars burn out, you're left with gas and a gaping hole. Don't be holy, seek nirvana. It's more attainable and sustainable. When it all goes sour, the zombies no longer seek your brains. When you're all out of sharp darts and looks, when your traction wanes, don't static cling. Make potpourri. And smell your roses for years to come. Allow your whisper to rasp, a constant bellow, echoing throughout time and space, a reminder to those masses still sleeping that you are a superstar. Always have been, always will be, but first, have a plan. Poem. Thanks, y'all. So, again, my name is Dwayne. I host a bunch of stuff, write a bunch of stuff, and I'm just happy to be here with y'all and with these amazing artists that are here on the stage. And so, I want everybody to just take a moment, take a deep breath in, let it out, and close your eyes. Trust me, if something happens, I'll let you know, all right? Take a deep breath. Let it fill you. Exhale. Inhale. Feel yourself fill yourself. When was the last time you let your blood bubble in your toes? Felt what the follicles feel at the end. You are the toes, which are part of the body. You are the hair, which is part of the head. You're becoming more of yourself. Exhale and expand. You're filling the room and everything in it. You're absorbing the audience, you are the audience. Absorb the artist, you are the artist. You're now witnessing yourself, being yourself, and you are happy. Expand, you're the room, which is part of the building. You are the building. You're the ceiling fan, the static clinging to the dust that remains. You're the birimbau, the hoda twang in cyclical motion. Since you are the building, all of these things are within you. All of these things are you. Expand. You're the bike, parked on the sidewalk. The children throw frisbees poorly on a baseball field. You're the block, the dealing, the wash and guilt, the criminal intention and hunger. You are the hope. Expand. You are the city. Expand. You're the state. Expand. You're the East Coast fast-paced pressure. Inhale and expand. You're the Southern draw embodied. Sweet grits and back alley abortions. Expand. You're the country. Split personality in debt and disillusioned. Exhale and expand. You're the world. Overheated and misunderstood. Everything is a part of you. You are a part of everything. You are everything. You're the world, which contains the country, which contains the East Coast, and the state, and the city, and the building, and the block, and the room, and the audience, and the artist, and yourself. You contain the world within yourself. Open your eyes, inhale, and expand. Thank y'all very much for the time.
Come on, come on. Are you kidding me? What a way to open this event. He said, you are the world, overheated and misunderstood. Huh? Oh my gosh, you ain't have to do it like that. Thank you so much. And also over here crocheting. And you sell these on your website? Your crochet? Okay, that's not yours. That's Mo's, but okay, you get your own. The next one is yours. It could be. You are the scarf. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm so sorry. No one should give me a microphone ever. Anyway, y'all ready for the next poet? Say next poet. You could do the arms with it too. Say next poet. Thanks. All right. So again, I'm gonna read the bio so you know the poet. I'm gonna read the answer so you know the person. Okay. Maria Fernanda is a poet whose work explores the breaking and making of family. Her poems and translations appear in the Breakbeat Poets Volume 4 Latinx, The Wide Shore, The Accentos Review, and more. Awarded the Norma Elia Cantu Award in Creative Writing, Maria Fernanda is also a recipient of literary appointments from the National Endowments of the Arts and the Arizona Commission for the Arts. For more information, you can visit mariafernandapoet.com. Say, okay, accolades. When I asked Maria Fernanda what she would cook Beyonce if Beyonce came to dinner, she said seafood gumbo. I know, okay? So I need you to clap so hard that even Beyonce can hear it wherever she is. For Maria Fernanda.
Hey y'all. So glad to be here. This is my hometown, so thank you, Alexa, for putting me on the stage here, and I'm so glad to be beside the amazing Mahogany Brown. You guys are in for a treat. Thank you, and I'll jump right into it. A sacred comb of self, after El Anasu. Oh, how the sculptor and I left stretch marks in the same silk cotton tree in Ayanco. But he believed in pieces. He pushed a chainsaw's steel-filed grin into our tree's chest. I asked him to akin me to a red-tailed comet or any bird named after its desire to leave. But he carved me into a comb, stained me fuchsia, gas torched my skin, and left me in pieces for display at a gallery. Freshly cleft, the curator reorders my severed teeth, oiled and softened. Thank you, guys. This one's for my family. What We Do with the Collection of the Dead, after Colin Smith. My grandfather rearranges hydrangeas by the cut of their stems, like living cells once split, swift and unheard. Corifolia and pink, he and I untangle living. More beloved lives cusp, grand bouquets of sword lilies and lupines unearth his furniture. He collects his grandson's voice with the living, and I read vignettes about our dear moon. At home, strangers arrive to unplug a grandson's bedside breathing equipment. That was his sound, left living. Pressure pushes water out of a long hose like some braided streams, open and running after gravity in all directions. Rust is nothing but another living shadow. Even my grandfather knows an infiniteness like dried yard leaves. But I, Maria Fernanda, have a grandfather who gives me all of his leaves still living. Thank you. All right, one last little poem. This goes out to my, thanks y'all. This goes out to my dear friend Maya, who I went to Duke Ellington with. We were in the literary department. We leave our leather. Finding a spot on Maya's living room floor, we untuck our bound things. A borrowed yoga mat, a stretched hair tie, and a softening tension. Our breath unknots. Maya's voice lands with the softness of a drum brush against a snare. Homemade body oils settle into our palms. Maya gives a lesson on which organs are where. We press our bellies and begin to massage our wombs. Not expecting, we close our eyes and knead our own skin. Like gathered honey. Memory crafts the noise first. Someone says, "When will you use this?" Someone else says, "When was it removed?" My grandmother says, "Dear, will I live long enough to see my grandchildren?" A steady music quiets this rewind until we remember our skin with no one else's history. We remember our skin with no one else's history. No kicking, no laps. We imagine just ourselves. Thank you, everyone.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. What do I even do with that? That was so beautiful. Give it up for Maria Fernanda one more time. The thing is, y'all should have known with the like shawl earring combo, right? That 1-2. You're like, oh no, it's gonna be bonkers in here. That's beautiful. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Y'all feeling good? Say word. Y'all feeling good? Say yeah. Okay. All right, I believe you. We're gonna go on to our next poet for Sasha Marvin Hodges. Sasha Marvin Hodges. Again, bio responds to the question of the day. Sasha Marvin Hodges is a writer, director, planner, and architectural designer from Virginia. A Callaloo and Cave Canem Fellow, Hodges has work published in Eco-Theo Collective, The Adroit Journal, and has been a Best Poet recipient for the College Union Poetry Slam Invitational, as well as a head coach for the premier UVA Collegiate Slam team. I'm hearing some like claps and some woos. We could take a moment to like celebrate the accomplishments here. He gonna let you know. Hodges has been a finalist or semi-finalist for prizes in poetry and screenwriting at the Georgia Review, Frontier Poetry, Black Lawrence Press, Glass Poetry, To Sylvia's Press, the Vail Film Festival, and the Warner Brothers TV Workshop. Hodges currently resides in occupied Chesapeake land in southeastern Virginia. And when asked what he was gonna cook Beyonce, he said turkey legs. smothered. He said it like that. He wanted the turkey legs, and then he wanted the ellipses, and then smothered at the end. So I need you to start making noise right now for Sasha, Marvin, Hodges.
We were down with you, down with you, down.
I'm left side dominant, so I gotta do this on this side. Look, the turkey leg, like, it's Houston, so you know, the turkey leg cut. If y'all, whatever, who cares? Doesn't matter. All right. A stranger tells me while I'm scrolling in the grocery line at the end of the world that we are parasites. The big we, I mean, humanity, our very existence thwarting the cosmic balance of things. We must save the earth. We must preserve nature. Who told you you weren't nature? To my loves, I am an entire ecosystem. I am an ecosystem unto myself, born here, of here. What's more human than failing the place you've come from? What's more natural? I am not a confessional poet, but here's an anecdote. Once a them with a mouth I did not recognize called me a name only they knew. First, the street corner, then the fragile hissing of a night train under our feet, yes, even the stink bugs were whispering, their little insect mouths playing the dozens, orange in a gape, and I say no, which means no, but also means stay. And you say please, which means I'm sorry, but also means where. And who I am today is still who I was, but with older blood and poor timing. I am not a confessional poet, but some days I want to marry the whole world, but like officiate it. Do you take me, Earth, my oblong and opaque planetary coup, my special brand of blue and dying, this fragile floating rock, a crudely drawn third-grade tattoo on the cast of God's endless broken arm? This is not how I'd have written the end of the world. Part of me hopes I'll outlive it. Though I'll never know the depths of this planet, its pain, to have that many people buried inside you. That'd be enough to raise seas in anyone. A poet tells me I need to be more tender here, so I offer her my skin, unflayed. They say no, not like that, and hold it, then hand it back to me, my skin. I say, no one's ever given it back to me before. He says, so what do you call your mother? My mouth blooms 15 hydrangeas. She says, you didn't answer my question. I'm left-handed. I know. My birthday's in February. I know. She's gone. I know. They stayed. I know. He left. Of course. I love you. Who asked? I am not a confessional, but someone made a wooden box out of me once. What can I tell you of a carcass besides what it used to call mom? Here's an anecdote. Once, when I wanted to disappear, an orchestra of poinsettias played the oldies just for me. The tune was something drunk and half remembered, the notes unhinging their jaws just to croon. I begged it not to pull too hard. I fray in no way lovely. I thought I was immune to spectacle, nature's little hiccup. The metronome of my heart rusted, talk-wise. I thought my balance was all I had left. But maybe here, on the page, the boy does not have to forgive his body, or the stars, or all the things he has seen but failed to make. Maybe the past is not a ghost story. All the black babies weep in the twilight, and maybe the drought in me can be filled by me, and I could just sip on God in the mornings. A friend tells me I only like the pictures online that we took together. And she's not wrong. I mean, if you always felt yourself slipping away, wouldn't you pull you back to the freshly wetted earth with just the slip of a thumb if you could? Can you blame the boy for celebrating every time he recognizes himself still here? Thank you.
We got our first drafts of the night. Oh my gosh, beautiful. See, you see why I had to wear shoulder pads tonight? Because I knew that y'all was gonna, I needed something to pad me a bit. It's too much, it's too much. Thank you so much. Give it up for him one more time. If I'm not mistaken, Marvin, where are you? You had a birthday earlier, yeah? You had a birthday? He had a birthday last week, y'all, and I think we have to do it. I think we have to sing Happy Birthday, the black version. I'm so sorry, I think we have to. All right, 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday. Okay, thank you so much for indulging me. I mean, I was doing my me's backstage. All right, y'all feeling good? Say word. Y'all feeling good? Say yeah. Are y'all ready for our feature for this evening? Listen, I'm not gonna bring her out if you're not gonna get rowdy. Are you ready for the feature? Okay. All right then. I'm gonna read the bio and I'm gonna read the answer. Here we go. So Mahogany L. Brown, selected as Kennedy Center's Next 50 and Wesleyan's 2022-23 Distinguished Writer in Residence, is the is the executive director of Just Media, artistic director of Urban Word, a writer, playwright, organizer, and educator. Boom. Brown has received fellowships from Arts for Justice, Air Serenbe, Cave Canem, Poets House, Mellon Research, and Rauschenberg. She is the author of recent works Vinyl Moon, Chlorine Sky, Woke, A Young Poet's Call to Justice, Woke Baby, and Black Girl Magic. Yeah, a catalog, okay? I don't know why I got angry on that, but still, it's a catalog. Founder of the diverse lit initiative, Woke Baby Book Fair, excuse me. Brown's latest poetry collection, Chrome Valley, is a promissory note to survival and available from Norton in spring 2023. Now, which is right now. And actually, you can buy it today and should buy it today right back there at her merch table. If that sounds good, say word. It's actually, yeah, good. As she readies for her stage debut of Chlorine Sky at Steppenwolf Theater in Chicago, Illinois, which is also happening right now, yeah? So she ready. She drinks coffee while living in Brooklyn, New York. She is the first ever poet in residence at the Lincoln Center. And when asked about what she's gonna cook Beyonce, she says she's gonna have a unicorn tier tea party. Okay? So give it up for Mahogany L. Brown, the one and only.
I had to be really cute about it because I can't cook. So it's like unicorn, tears, tea party, and Uber Eats. Thank y'all so much for having me. I just want to make it clear that I will go anywhere Alexa asks me. Thank you. I tried to put my coat on, but you saw I broke the fan out because I'm older than everyone on stage. And when I tell you the heat got me in a chokehold right now, whoo, I'm going to throw this off after 2 poems, I promise. I was trying to match with everybody. They're so cute. Give it up for our poets, our feature. Is so happy to be next to the people who are actually the features, and our host and our DJ, and of course, Kennedy Center. Shout out to Bamuthi, my brother. All right, so I'm going to do something That's brand new, like still in the phone. And then I'm gonna do something from here, and then I'm gonna close with a piece. Cool? See, I'm already hot, so, Thank you, friend. Don't nobody want smoke. Don't nobody want the bars melted. Don't nobody want the honorable throne stone riddled. Don't nobody want that kind of freedom. I said, don't nobody want no smoke. Except the oppressed, the misunderstood, the enslaved, except the disregarded, the forgotten, the economically alienated, the freedom fighters, except the abolitionists, the unborn, the mighty mass graves, the COVID cough babies, where syringe needle nephews and princess of a sleeping nation be bathed in the blood of a gone God's flock, because you don't want these bars, these steel bars, these Christian beat you in the kitchen bars, these TikTok bars, these equitable and diversity and inclusion, who's included in these tireless treaty backyard bully bars. They be like, don't nobody want no smoke, except Tulsa and Milwaukee and Chicago and Detroit and Oakland and Brooklyn and Iraq and Iran and Palestine and Pueblo and Hawaii and Puerto Rico and Haiti and bomb, smoke, somewhere a mother cries silently because she's always aware to not wake the baby. 2, what makes the most noise? An abolitionist or a coward? Who forgets a black woman first? The entitled or the racist? If she ain't known for her cool 100s or her sister's Jordans, who is she? If she don't sell Lucy's or MetroCard rides, do we care if she goes ghost? If she don't edit your poems, babysit your fears, and your refusal to see her as human, who is she? If she ain't died when they beat her, if she ain't lied when they shot her, if she ain't leave when they stole from her, if they don't call her by her given name, will she remember she was once someone's baby? A dream they wished for, wished on, that she was born on any day the Lord made. If they don't say it, I will. You belong, sis. You deserve, sis. You are good. 3, I see you. Bright eyes, blazing, love, heart blinking, open, open, smoke. Thank you. I'm excited to do poems that make you feel like what I'm supposed to do with that. I don't mind. We ain't even got to clap. You could just stay with me. You could say, uh-huh. Word, make it church. And so this is my book. Thank you. The reason I'm really excited about this book is I have to say this to anybody who's in college, MFA program, grad school, you going to college now to write something, you writing on your own. Okay, amen. So this I wrote during my MFA dissertation. And when I tell you they tried to take me out, and so I was really excited once it finally got picked up because I was then able to, come back to the text after all the trauma of an MFA program. And I'm so lucky that it's here 10 years later. So, The Blackest Night, 1993. Jesus came to the crib, saw the blackest girl with her box braids and hammer in hand, climbed past the steel-gated screen door, looked at the shorty with the gleaming scalp, shining bright, black girl, lips smack at the sight of Jesus, because everybody around these parts bend corners quick, so she like, where you been? She questions his arrival, late as a summer sunset, but still hot and on time. Praise be. Jesus don't hold grudges. Come right into the crib, black girl staring with salty eyes, as fly as he made her, and he like, that's good. Little James Weldon Johnson tribute. That's for you, Jamal. I've never seen my parents in love, and so I did this project called Redbone, thinking about the love that made me, because I never saw them together. And here's something that came out of, here's something that came out of Dad. I basically interviewed everybody in my family, those that are still living, of course, with wine, because people don't really be ready to tell you the truth. That would be a liquid courage. And I also just put my phone on, record and put it away. And they were like, "What'd you do?" And I was like, "Nothing, that's wine. You want some?" And so then I got to hear the truth, right? And of course, I made sure everybody was good. But this is how these stories came to be. And I'll share a couple. Redbone dances. If you ain't never watched your parents kiss, ain't never have them teach you about the way the lips will bend and curve against a lover's affirmation. If you ain't watched the knowing nod of sweethearts worn away and soft, soft, soft. Actually, DJ, I know you back here, you busy. You got something? Give me something instrumental. Billie Holiday, Teddy Pendergrass, something that people be making babies to. You could do Jodeci too, if I'm honest. It's my time, but they ain't got no instrumental, so, okay. And while you get that, I'm gonna come back to that. Because I think that deserves a moment. So let me talk about the way they met first, which is because of my grandparents' love for Elsie, Jean, and Pa. I never heard my grandmother say, "I love you" to my grandfather. My grandfather would sooner say he loved us ashy brown pawn pieces and children. Your grandma just mean. He'd smile with honesty weeping from his wrinkles. My grandmother, a brown stone dish, proper and hot water cornbread, paid him no mind. Her neck, a swivel swing, cracked his old man banter, ignored him like loud sirens serenading Oakland skies on Friday. I ain't studying you. She waved, kitchen spoon swimming in gravy or collard greens. Her hips swayed along to the rhythm under her breath. His eyes danced along. She pretended she knew. She pretended she ain't know he was checking for her beat. Later, the cancer ate through his bones like chalk, and she stayed oiling his flaking skin and scrubbing fluid from the walls with Clorox. She still stayed humming a song through the nights. His lungs lurched for air. Only her hips and his memory knew the words. I trust you, whatever you say, just do it. Okay, so if it's too loud, I'm gonna be like, okay, no. That's just for us, yeah, okay. That was good though, I didn't know you had it. I'm like, damn. Serato moved different. Okay. Cool. Okay, just low. Very low. Yes. We're gonna do it like Ghostface Killer. Shout out to the hip hop heads. It's our 50th anniversary. I love you. We made it. If you ain't never watched your parents kiss, ain't never have them teach you about the way the lips will bend and curve against a lover's affirmation. If you ain't watched the knowing nod of sweethearts worn away and soft, 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 as a speaker box is blown out hiss. If you ain't sure there was a time when their eyes held each other like a nexus, breaking the lock to dip dark marbles into hopeful corners of a shot glass. If you ain't never known a Saturday night slick with glittered promises and clouds wrapped wet in a Pendergrass croon. If you ain't been taught how a man can hold you close, so close, it looked like a crawl. If you ain't had the memory of your mother and father sliding hip to hip, their feet whisper a slow shuffle and shift. Her hand on his neck gripped the shoulder of a man that will pass his daughter's bad tempers with hands like bows. If you ain't watched a man lean into a woman, his eyes slide across her bronze, his hands pillared in her auburn hair, her throat holds the urge to hear how her voice sounds against the wind of him. If your skin can't fathom the fever of something as necessary as this, then you can't know the hurricane of two bodies. How those bodies can create the prospect of a sunrise, how that sunrise, gotta name it, sounds like a blues song or a woman's heart breaking from the record player, skipping the sky, almost blue. Thank you. Okay, I feel better. Shout out to Teresa at the bar who got me that beautiful gin and juice laid back. It just hit. It just hits. All right, how y'all feeling? Y'all good? Everybody's here? We're good? Gucci. Anybody live in a cul-de-sac ever? Yeah. So you know how like perfect it can look on the outside, right? And how deadly it can really be if you aren't paying attention to your children. Dead Valley. They all leave, you learn. The cul-de-sac don't hold no one too long. At least now you know how it's going to be. This is it. All the brown grass where the tree stands bare, the balding brown grows heavy like your sigh, like your mother's face with age, like everyone's voice when they say, amen. Like everyone's voice when they say, nothing. Nothing is heavy. Nothing sounds like a glass pipe, a good song. Stratford, Oak Park, Helen, and Poplar. To the left, where your cousin died. To the right, where your mother dies. On the red porch, all that light, they gon' leave. You learn. Pelican Bay, Vacaville, Stockton, Folsom, Citadel, full of bad men, so close to dead men. You don't even write. Don't want to confuse what your blood speaks. Look at the sky instead. Look at the book instead. Drop the glass, crush it slow. Clip your tongue when speaking of the gone. Don't speak of the gone, just be. Check out this dark pit. Ain't it home enough? Thank you. And because I'm here with all these fly writers, what I love about DC specifically, and shout out to them for like welcoming me and calling me family, from Alexa to Jason Reynolds to Christine Platt to Kimon Felix to, of course, Mark Bamuthi Joseph. I'm so proud to be back, and I'm about to go spend my money at Salt and Sundry, child, because I need all what they got. But since I'm here, I like to y'all really into form, but you're also into y'all do. Y'all be like, form is fun, sonnet, and I'm like, but what I love about DC is that no one loses their tongue. The form does not take priority over our nativity. And I love to see that and be around that so I can remind myself of the majesty in which I come from, which is y'all. So this is a palindrome. It's called Before. Okay, I'm gonna have to hold the book because it's 2 pages. And like I said, age. Before I knew the ceramic splintered man with copper fist, I met a man with my eyes placed strategically on his face. The eve of my graduation, the man with my grandpa's name found me. My ultra perm bounced like an abandoned cord against my shoulders. My smile followed. He introduced me to his new wife, a cathedral of lost things. His stepdaughter called him daddy with milk teeth. After the memorable meeting, he asked me for a ride to the ruptured nest of his mistress. He called my hopscotch boyfriend square. He called his cathedral a bitch. I clenched the crater to the tender part of my mouth, and he reeled back from my juggling switchblades. He fell on the detonator and cried crack, crack, and crack, and crack. An assault with a deadly weapon, breaking and entering fortified his bones. Pelican Bay transfers became home. West Oakland fame claimed his myth. He wanted a son to carry his paragon of patriarchy. The first grandbaby was a girl with his eyes placed strategically on her face. He stole double-winged pigeons, a fluttering prayer. He had a coop, a mangled nest of barbed blood. He watched his mama and daddy fight, a flurry of wolves. He sat on the hood of a city car and dreamed of country dew. He was the first-born dust cloud to a pair of Louisiana pit stops. His parents stole themselves one night, tucked him tightly in the womb. Before his parents stole themselves one night, tucked him tightly in the womb. He was the firstborn dust cloud to a pair of Louisiana pit stops. He sat on the hood of a city car and dreamed of country dew. He watched his mama and daddy fight, a flurry of wolves. He had a coop, a mangled nest of barbed blood. He stole double-winged pigeons, a fluttering prayer. The first grandbaby was a girl with his eyes placed strategically on her face. He wanted a son to carry the paragon of his patriarchy. West Oakland fame claimed his myth. Pelican Bay's transfers became home. Breaking and entry fortified his bones. Assault with a deadly weapon. Crack and crack and crack. And he fell on the detonator and cried crack. He reeled back. From my juggling switchblades I clenched. The crater to the tender part of my mouth he called. His cathedral a bitch he called. My hopscotch boyfriend square he asked me for a ride to his mistress's ruptured nest. His stepdaughter called him daddy with rotten milk teeth. After the memorable meeting, he introduced me to his new wife, a cathedral of lost things. My smile followed. My ultra perm bounced against my abandoned shoulders. The eve of my graduation, the man with my grandpa's name found me. I met a man with my tight eyes placed strategically on his face. And I knew the ceramic splintered man with copper fists before. Thanks, John. Okay. Do I have time? Okay. No, I want all of it. I want to share. Okay. This is going to be, all right, so crochet, kingpin really got me in my feels with that meditation. So I think I want to close with a small meditation, but I can't do that without being mindful of the black women that made it possible for me to be here. So I'm going to do back to back to make sure I have room, because I want to hear the other poets. Is that all right? Yeah. Cool. Okay. Never mind. I'm going to just do one poem, because I ain't got to be selfish. You can watch this. I'll send you a meditation clip. It's online. It lives. That's what we're going to do. Yeah, I think that's best. Yeah, I'm a communal-ass artist. You know what I mean? I hate when poets get on the mic, they be like, I'm going to do all my 45 minutes. You're like, we got 45 more minutes of poems and 20 minutes to go. So, one poem. And again, this is for the sister that made me the gin and juice, Teresa. Thank you. I salute you. They say you ain't supposed to be here, black girl. You ain't supposed to wear red lipstick. You ain't supposed to wear high heels. You ain't supposed to smile in public. You ain't supposed to smile nowhere, black girl. You ain't supposed to be no more than a girlfriend. You ain't supposed to get married. You ain't supposed to want no dream that big. You ain't supposed to dream at all. You ain't supposed to do nothing but carry babies and carry felons and carry weaves and carry silence and carry families and carry confusion and carry a nation, but never an opinion. Because you ain't supposed to have nothing to say, black girl, not unless it's a joke. Because you ain't supposed to love yourself, black girl. You ain't supposed to find nothing worth saving in all that brown. You ain't supposed to know that Tina, Beyonce, Cicely, Shonda, Rhymes, shine, 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 black girl. You ain't supposed to love your mind. You ain't supposed to love. You ain't supposed to be loved up on. You only supposed to pose voodoo child, vixen style. You're supposed to pop out babies and hide the stretch marks. You're supposed to be still. So still they think you statue. So still they think you chalked outline. So still they keep thinking you stone. Until you look more Medusa than Viola Davis. Until you sound more Shanae than Kerry Washington. Until you're more side-eyed than Michelle Obama on a Tuesday, but you tell them you are more than a hot comb in a washing set. You are Kunta Kinte's kin. You are black or worth remembering, and you are a threat knowing yourself. You are a threat loving yourself. You are a threat loving your kin. You are a threat loving your children. You black girl magic. You black girl fly. You black girl brilliant. You black girl wonder. You black girl shine. You black girl bloom. You black girl, and you turning into a beautiful black woman right before our eyes. Thank you.
Indigenous women of the planet, giving birth to the brown skin ladies first. For what it's worth, from me to you, watching you. I like the way.
Y'all, Mahogany L, Brown, make some more noise again. Like, y'all. She ain't playing games. Also, get that book. Get that book for sure. Like, oh, you got merch? Okay. Oh. I was like, let me not say that. All right. Y'all feeling good? Say word. We got 2 more poets left before I send you back out into the world, but I hope that y'all are feeling revived. Y'all feeling revived? Okay, beautiful. Well, we're going to revive you even more with these next 2 poets. All right. Amina Fatima. Yes. Is a 21, that's a lot. You're 22 now. Wild. 22-year-old college student majoring in biology and minoring in chemistry at Virginia Commonwealth University. I know, she be studious or whatever. At VCU, she currently serves as Poetry Club Vice President and President Intern. Amina is also an alum of the 2019 DCU Slam. 3 stars. We practiced. And has performed and has competed on both regional and national levels. Some of her most notable performances were at the Library of Congress, Rhyming the Archive Showcase, and the 2019 National Book Festival Poetry Slam. Amina has been writing for years and uses poetry as a tool for self-growth and healing, with the hopes that her words will help and inspire others. Now, when I asked Amina what she would cook Beyonce when Beyonce comes to dinner, Amina said, a creamy Tuscan pasta with bell peppers. Okay, so I need you to make some noise right now for Amina Fatima. In like a college dorm kitchen too. Wild.
It was love for the thing that made me want to stay out. It was love for the thing that made me stay in the house. Spending time.
Hi everyone, I'll be quick, but I just wanted to say I'm so humbled. I am so humbled to be here in the presence of all these amazing poets and all of you, and I'm just so excited to be back. It's been a minute. I stare at a blank page, blank napkin, blank screen, and it feels as though they are watching me too in disbelief, surprised at all that has happened, the death, the loss, the displacement, how it left me empty-handed. It's 2:47 a.m. now. I find myself scrolling on my phone notes app thinking I might find something here, might remember what writing feels like. All I seem to find is grocery lists plagued with the chaos of an unplanned move or the memory of fleeting moments. So we need cardboard boxes, tape roller, wooden spoons, soap, underwear. I also find Starbucks orders, names of professors, a list of my then new Zoom classes all written in a hurry to try and preserve what became a blur. I forget way too frequently now. I find a few titles. 1, When someone asks, how are you? 2, some days I forget how to breathe. 3, alone in the kitchen of a full house at 1 a.m. I read over them a couple times, don't like them anymore, so opening a new notes page, start typing whatever words come to me, 3 words at a time. Tonight, I slept, then backspace. 5 words next. Today was a new day, then backspace. There are not enough words in the oceans of language to deliver my thoughts to a destination, or perhaps there are too many. I have lost my voice. And when there is nothing left, my hands tremble into prayer. No words, just silence, the sound of my breathing, the lub-dub of my heartbeat, a short-lived permanence in each part of my days while everything else seems like sand slipping through my fingers. Sometimes, to comfort myself about my lack of new poetry, about my guilt of no productivity, I say, it's okay. It's not easy to write through grief. It's not easy to find new poems in losing a loved one, in moving vans, or a new house. After leaving a home of 17 years, a home where I turned 4 and also 19, a home where I saw my mamu for what would be the last time of all. Some grief remains raw forever, unable to fit into lines and stanzas and rhythms. Some grief leaves you breathless, tearless, speechless, less and less and less, until you don't feel familiar to yourself anymore, until you become a bag of loose skin hung on your bones with nothing left. Thank you.
Woo! Thank you, dear. A brilliant poet, a brilliant, brilliant poet. Welcome back to poetry. We miss you. And what a way to make you're allowing yourself to introduce yourself. You know what I mean? Allow me to reintroduce myself. That's what you're doing right now at the Kennedy Center. That's dope. That is dope. Thank you for echoing that. That's dope. Affirmation. Yes. Okay. Beautiful. Y'all ready for your next poet? Say next poet. With the arms too. Come on, people. Next poet. Thank you. Okay. So, Rasheed Copeland, the name speaks for itself, is a native of Washington, D.C. He is the author of Mud Jubilee and the Book of Silence, Manhood as a Pseudoscience. He is a multiple recipient of the D.C. Commission of the Arts and Humanities Fellowship. He has performed and facilitated writing workshops across the country and internationally. His work has been featured in online publications such as Poets.org, Split This Rock, and the Crab Orchard Review. When I asked him what he's cooking Beyonce, he said, macaroni and cheese, smoked Gouda. Okay, so I need you to make some noise right now for the Rasheed Copeland.
Good evening, everybody. Can we give a hand for everybody who has touched the stage? I don't know if y'all know, but this type of show normally will cost you a bit of money, you know? So I'm gonna do a poem and get up on out y'all way. Is that all right? Thank you very much. Try as I may to make it through this world of theirs they place between us. I can't quite seem to make it through. Can't quite see the forest for the poplar trees that once thieved air from an old kin's lungs. Can't quite see you, and what a blindness that has proven to be. All I've ever wanted was to lay my eyes on you and never lift them up again. But in a dream, I took your foot into my lap, and with my thumb, visited upon your heel, a paradise where we are no longer running through their fears and fielding their imaginations with the grand performance of our breathing. Here, we can be niggas if we so please. with nary a halo, nor a collar, nor Alicia breadcrumbs leading us back to a white idea. Here, fear ain't our homeland. We aboriginal to love. We spoon in the dark of ourselves, unashamed when God flips his tongue and lets the light be. We are the light. In this love, we are allowed to be our breath, the only deed we need to our bones, its heat, tethered to the napes of our necks until it is a language of its own, a welcome change from the nagging of rope. My dear, I was meant to be a machine, was not purposed to make music of you, to mouth the harmonica of your collarbone. I come from a lineage of odd men, once betrothed to their corroded shackles. Their babies sold off mid-suckling as their brides cried over the spilled milk. The shadow is still cast across my sky. Most days I have half the mind to die. Thank God the other half has stayed on your lips. How they kiss the forehead, better than a bullet. How they bellow and beckon me back home when I am called out of my name and I exit it, stumbling into the wilderness of a cold voice in you, and you say my name like it is a way you want to live, like it is the only one you'd ever known. I watched it dance off your lips to stick to me. It felt old folk and home-cooked meal, and I thought, let me die to this feeling. Let me be lucky enough to have this be how it finishes. Realized it wasn't luck, just what happens when God decides to finish my sentences, decides to grant me a bit of forgiveness for all the hearts I broke trying to get here, including my own. Decides to grant me a spring that lasts all life long, a June stuck in the way your smile blooms because he knew that I was no longer a flower. Just a floor full of petals, counted down to the last love me not. Sent me your face for all I've forgotten. What a gorgeous hue of deja vu it was. What a therapy to cure the amnesia from my bones. You said hello, and I heard welcome home. Unpack the bags from beneath your eyes. I've been waiting for you. Grazed your lips with mine, and it tasted like sugar and answered prayer, like a forever's worth of lazy Saturdays spent making love from scratch. I think back to it when I'm trapped in the black of their muse, and I muse back to my fingers, greasing your scalp. I take the oil and plot an escape route throughout your parts. Dream of tomorrow. Another day to lay in your bravery, loving me like I ain't prone to vanishing, like I ain't a saboteur of sorts, a tomb for all they've killed and hid inside me, bubbling tenfold, waiting to haunt whoever gets too close for you. I try and coax the warmth that is not a friendly fire, that does not turn into ash, the one I love most for you. I try and be a better me, and they want us dead. Even if not decreed from their mouths, you can feel it in the air, in their ways, their laws, their gods, how they blaspheme the throbbing in our chests that called us into each other's arms. They tried to undo our beauty, gave us the dirt of graves. But damned if we ain't tilled this land of loss until it became a fertile place. You took my seed and thought it not a blues in your belly. Took the coating of my eyes and housed it inside an egg so that we'd live after death. Thank you.
That's right, take a sip from that big jug of water. That's the thing that gives him his power. Oh my gosh, I didn't exhale for the entirety of that performance, right? I was like, oh wait, I have to breathe. I have to live and breathe and stuff. Oh my gosh, thank you so much, Rasheed. Give it up for him again. All right. I want to try a thing. When I say second, y'all say win, second. Second. I say get live, you say again, get live. Get live. Get live. Beautiful, beautiful. So thank you so much, everyone, for coming out tonight. I'm feeling just really, I don't know, I just feel really whole and just like peaceful. And I hope that you all are feeling like good and whole and peaceful as well. Yeah, there are some dope poets. Some really, really dope poets. Stop it. I mean, I might could read a poem. I'm gonna get to it. There's some dope poets that live in DC, and so I just want to make sure that you all stay in touch with these poets as well. That you also like again just shout out and celebrate Mo Brown always. Buy her book. You know, I myself, I also do poems. I do poems. I have a book coming out. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, that's right. Haymarket Girlies. It's coming out through Haymarket Books on June 6th. It's called Remedies for Disappearing. I will be throwing a book launch that is going to be a poetry prom. Okay, it's gonna be cute, it's gonna be a vibe. But in general, if you are looking to like stay up to date with all the poetry happening in DC, with any information regarding Second Wind or my little prom, feel free to follow me on social media as well, at Alexa Laurel. We're friends now, we're here. Like I'm looking at you, I can see you. So we connected, we here, okay? So if that sounds good, say word. Great. I wrote a poem. I wrote a poem for this event specifically, and I'd like to read it for you all, if that's okay. Okay, it would have been awkward if y'all were like, nah, we're actually good, we're gonna head out. All right, so it is called Second Wind. It's high school gym, and I'm conveniently sick the day of the timed mile again. President's test made me feel less aware of my physical fitness and more conscious of my inability to fit in anyway. The only black girl in class and mostly thighs, I had no boy drama to coo about in locker rooms, no swinging ponytail to metronome my pace, no movement at all really, just exhaust, stuck, growing some Pavlovian aversion to the ammonia of wet turf, squeak of muddy rubber, an anticipation-sized hole in my chest. I prefer to just leave myself behind. A decade later, I still feel a littler me playing ill as I lace up supernovas, can still look in the mirror and map those teenage heartbreaks, a Pangea of small rejections on my face, coloring everything, even this instinct to get up every morning and sweat. Not stopping at a mile or 2, 5 or 8, just going, trying to learn the language between body and enemy, an eclipse blacker than I, pulling at my joints till the ache, a jazz in my step, the hurt and anxious timeline, 5 bouts in and out of physical therapy. What am I trying to prove and to whom? A hum of stopwatches behind me, gaining speed, asking if I'm done yet? In the race of choosing who I want to be, done sound like dead to me. All I know is every incident I've been injured, be it my grown knees or my teenage heart, I've tried again, caring for myself a little harder each time, taking all those me's with me forward. Say forward. Say forward. To those who've walked that hairline fracture between pain and pain, who search for a finish in the miracle of their own breath, who shoot the start gun, blow the whistle, bow the head before pushing off, a crown of themselves pointing towards some unknown arrival, to those looking to arrive, who stampede despite and despite. Listen to the song of us and all of our feet. Thank you, everybody. Have a beautiful rest of your evening. Thank you. Thank you to everyone who's touched stage. Thank you, Naive Nebula, the DJ on the 1s and 2s, and thank you, Mahogany Brown. Thank you, Kennedy Center. Thank you, everyone. Have a good rest of your night. Bye.
Thank you for joining us at the Millennium Stage. For more information about upcoming programs, please check out our website. And if you would like to meet with the artists, they will be meeting guests at the back of the house. We hope you enjoy the rest of your evening here at the Kennedy Center.